Hey guys, welcome back to Wedding Venues Official, and I'm super excited for this episode because I'm with my buddy Andrew Brumbeloe.
Hello.
Or as some of you may know him, DJ Andy Brum.
Yes.
Come on now. We're talking all things DJ world today.
All things.
All things DJ world.
Everything.
When we were 14, we started DJing together. The first ever gig we did was Duran North Junior High School Dance. Just a few $100,
Man.
you know, we made it work. But you've been into the turntablism. You've actually got some, you know, you've had different controllers and vinyl over the years.
Scratching on real vinyl is great. Scratching with just control vinyl, or like especially the phase controllers, if anybody's familiar with the phase, it's really neat. It's like this unit that just sits on top of your control vinyl, and then instead of having to run the needle onto the control vinyl and run it into your box, you know, you literally can just use that and then it just reads it, you know, like you're really spinning the record, you know, but it's all on the computer. And so kind of saves you a step, and it's pretty neat how it works. But yeah, man. And CDJs, controllers are probably the most common thing. I would say most DJs have a DJ controller, like some kind of USB plug-in device, plugs into the laptop. It's got the mixer for your decks, and it's got the decks with the cue buttons and all that built into it, the play button, some of them have all these different effects you can do on them. I know mine does. I like using some of the effects. You know, they make for great transitions. They make for great mixes in general, you know, just for different things. I love to use the filter sometimes to get the crowd, you know, participation. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, man, there's been a lot I've learned over the years of DJing ever since we started back in high school. And, you know, I don't know if you said it or not, but I mean, we do some gigs together, some gigs we're just doing ourselves. Yes. Yeah, man. And it's so much fun. I love to DJ. I really love to mix. Yeah, man. I'm a huge fan of the mix, huge fan of scratching, you know, beat matching and mixing the songs together and really making a, you know, painting a real story for the night, you know, with all the songs. So. Come on. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I love it. I love it. I would definitely say we have different styles. We do. Sure. Yeah, and every DJ. Every DJ does. Every DJ should. Every DJ should. But one thing we want to be true to today, for if you clicked on this title, you know that we're talking about checklists. So maybe you are a bride watching this, future bride, and you're like, hey, I'm trying to play my own music. I'm on a budget. I don't really have a DJ that has a checklist. Maybe you're just thinking through some things. Maybe you have a buddy who's good with sound, good with music, and maybe they're just kind of getting started, but they don't really have a checklist. So hey, let me help you out. Now, I know in the world of AI, you could literally go to ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever, and say, hey, give me what? Grok. What's Grok? I've never heard of it. It's another one, man. It's another one? It's another one of the AIs. There's so many of them. How do you spell that? Grok. You know, it's the Elon Musk, it's his thing. It's that guy, you know? It's that guy. It's the Tesla guy, the SpaceX guy. There's so many of them, man. There's so many of them. Gemini. So obviously, you could go to AI, Grok. Any of Grok. Yeah. And you can say, hey, give me a DJ checklist for a wedding. Right. And it'll spit one out. But hey, let me just tell you real quick. If you want my DJ checklist, it's in the description. You can literally just use it if you want to. It's no secret. A lot of the DJs have very similar things that they ask you. So definitely go get that. You can see it, but let's talk about it. Me and Andrew are going to talk about this. We have done literally over 500 weddings. We have DJ'd together and separately, combined here. So we've done hundreds of weddings. We've seen a lot of different things. So I'm going to give you my detailed checklist of things to make sure you include for your typical wedding day. And then we're going to discuss it a little bit. And then we're gonna get to some like really crazy stuff, so like really unique, niche type songs, type things that you might not really find in every wedding that maybe you wanna include in your wedding. So, all right, so let's talk about checklists. Basically on the wedding day, when it comes to music, now as a bride, you know, you have your bachelorette weekend, you might listen to a lot of music there, you might have a fun playlist that you listen to in the car, the beach, wherever you go, Nashville, whatever. And then, you know, a lot of people have like a rehearsal dinner playlist or the night before or the morning of getting ready. Like a lot of brides will have like a getting ready playlist, Andrew, for like while they're doing makeup and hair and stuff, they're vibing. But anyway. How about you, the groom? Did you have any kind of? I didn't. No, man, we were just chilling. I don't remember there being one, and I thought No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
We were missing out.
But yeah.
Yeah, as far as my DJ checklist, it's basically split up in two different categories. One is the ceremony, and one's the reception. Very simple. And
it is. It's cut and dry. It's, when it comes down to it, it's not that complicated.
It's not that complicated. I will say, I will make a bold statement. So as a DJ, my checklist is super important. I tell my couples that if it's not on my checklist, I will most likely forget it. If I'm talking to you on the phone about your wedding day, I'm super excited and we're talking and you're saying, oh, I really like this one particular song. Can you play that? I'll be like, yeah, for sure. But I'm human. I'm going to forget. If it's on my checklist, I always tell my couples this. If it's on my checklist, it will go flawlessly. If it's not on my checklist, I might not have it. Not to say I won't do it, but it might not go as planned. So, and by the way, if you're looking for a DJ and they say, you know what, I don't provide any checklists, I just go with the flow. That's a red flag to me. I don't know about you, Andrew.
Oh yeah, it needs to flow. So you better hope they're not just one of those that just go with the flow.
Yeah. Yes. It's good that their music is flowing from one song to the next, but I say there's three different categories really, the way I look at it. Yeah. In my mind, it's like there's three different P's for a good DJ.
Oh,
and
3 P's.
The three P's, come on now. One, the big one, I feel like this is 60% of a wedding DJ, what makes a good wedding DJ. Tell me if you agree. But preparation is that big 60%. Preparation.
That's good.
And that's what we're talking about today, checklists. Okay, and two more P's. Yeah, sorry.
Looks like the letter I, but yeah, the first P.
I say preparation. And I would say the second would be probably your presentation. Weddings is not, okay, listen, when we first started DJing, oh my gosh, we went so all out and we had these ugly black PV Black Widow speakers. Hey, they worked. I ended up blowing them at Victory's prom that one time.
That was fun.
Crazy.
That was a fun gig.
That was a fun gig. But,
memories.
Memories. When we started DJing, it was a hodgepodge of different amps, mixers, speakers, microphone brands, different tacky lasers, and cheap fog machines.
Oh, yeah.
We were just making it work.
Start somewhere.
Start. But I would say presentation, how you present yourself as a wedding DJ, brides like...
For weddings?
For weddings.
Big time.
Big time.
We say for DJing in general, just get whatever you can get and do it. The first wedding we did, in a gym, I think.
It was a gym.
It was a gym.
Iola.
And it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was an awesome time. And I'll never forget that. And, but again, the thing is, for weddings, it is very much more expected that everything, it's got to be just right.
Yes, yeah.
Just like the person they picked.
Totally.
To marry, right?
There you go.
But no, seriously though.
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah. And then the last P I would say is actually your performance. As a DJ, we like to pride ourselves in our performance. But if I was to categorize it, Andrew, I would say 60% preparation, 30% presentation, and only 10% your performance. So those are my three P's is preparation. You like it?
I do. I like that a lot.
Okay, good.
I even agree with that about the last 10%, the performance, because especially for something like a wedding, you can really get away with not being the DJ who knows how to do all the skillful things. And we know this from doing a lot of events. I would even say you've probably done events where people have, because I know I have too, they're like, can we just not have much scratching or this mixing thing, And you're just can you please the client? Sure, whatever, But it's one of those things, for sure. I think knowing how much of importance these different things are is big for weddings, when it comes to DJing weddings. Yeah.
Totally, man. Okay, so to help you guys, again, checklist. So with the ceremony, what we like to ask for, what I like to ask for is, what kind of vibe do you want 30 minutes before the ceremony? Guests usually arrive 15 to 30 minutes prior to the wedding. They don't always arrive that early to a church service or other things, but a wedding, people do typically like to arrive 15 to 20 minutes early. Wouldn't you agree? Sometimes 10.
Oh, absolutely. Well, the thing is, you don't want to show up. Nobody shows up at the wedding when the bride's walking down the aisle.
Right. At least I hope not. Yeah.
So, you have to be ready as a DJ when you're like, okay, this is the timeline for their day. I just got this from their coordinator or whatnot, right? 30 minutes before everything starts, it's good to have some music going, or at least if you're looking to DJ some weddings or you're DJing weddings, if you're like, what are some things I could think about to improve?
Yeah.
Maybe it's, hey, how can I, if I'm doing sound for their ceremony, how can I be there to provide music before the ceremony even begins? Because, a lot of weddings, I'm trying to think if I can think of one where they asked us to not play music before it started. Usually there's some kind of music. Maybe as the DJ, you're not the one playing music. Maybe they have somebody playing piano.
Yes.
Or they have somebody on another instrument, maybe a violin or something.
Totally.
Really special for their ceremonious occasion. But yeah, definitely got to have music before.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So for the sake of time, I don't want this video to end up being an hour long. I want this to be helpful for you guys, valuable for you guys. So I would say 30 minutes beforehand, do some music that will smoothly transition into your specific songs. And the specific songs on my checklist is, I need a song for your family walking down, even if it's just your parents walking down, even if you don't have grandparents, just a separate song that's meaningful to your parents. A lot of times brides will choose something traditional, like How Great Thou Art, or maybe like an old school country song, or whatever it may be. They'll do something more traditional usually during that time. Then their bridal party might be more modern, but still slow, elegant, reverent. So completely different one for family, completely different one for bridal party, and then of course a special one for the bride walking down.
Of course.
Everyone knows that. Then during the ceremony, there are many different ways people can do ceremonies. There's lots of different traditions, lots of different denominations that do different things in different churches. But on my checklist, I always ask, is there a song in the middle of the ceremony? Sometimes there's a worship moment, there's a prayer moment, there's communion. There's a lot of different things that you can do. And typically, if they do a song, it's usually just half of a song. It's maybe like verse 1, chorus 1, verse 2, chorus 2. If you do Goodness of God, the live version, you literally only do half the song and it's already 4 minutes.
Yeah. Some of these worship songs can be long.
Yeah, it'll be really long.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the last song is going back down the aisle when they pronounce you Mr. and Mrs.
Hey.
Boom. And then you play that song for you walking down, bridal party walking down, and family. That's your complete music checklist right there. That's it. Now, there's a lot of nuance there. And my biggest advice to couples, if they're ever hung up, they're like texting me, calling me, messaging me, emailing me, hey Carson, I really need help on ceremony stuff. I just don't know what to pick. There's so much personalization that you can put in your wedding day by choosing the right songs that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And I remember from my wedding day, it was so cool to be able to pick out songs that I like. Like I really love the song Reckless Love. Now I know it's controversial in the worship community, but I love that. Corey Asbury, Reckless Love. So we did an instrumental version of Reckless Love, I think for family walking down or something, which is great. So a big point for you guys is instrumental versions. That is your friend. Like a lot of couples will choose to do instrumental versions just because it really sets the mood without someone's other voice through the speakers. And if it's a country song, for example, say you don't really want to hear Dolly Parton sing, right? Or you don't want to hear Blake Shelton sing, or it could be a worship artist or whoever. Could be a traditional Disney song, and you don't really particularly like the tone of that person's voice for that moment. A lot of time, an instrumental violin or piano makes all the difference. And I would say have a theme for your ceremony. It doesn't all have to be the same, but I would say this. So like if you or your groom, love country music, maybe for the pre-ceremony, you do a lot of like instrumental love country songs, old school stuff. And then for your family and bridal walking down, you do, some more instrumental country music stuff. And you just continue on that theme for a long time. Now, Andrew, how many weddings have you done where the last song is signed, sealed, delivered? Or this will be an everlasting love?
I don't know, but it's definitely enough to know that it's a common one that a lot of people ask for. I mean, there's some others too, but because it fits the bill, right?
Right.
There's a lot of songs like that, like when we cut the cake, a lot of people want to do a song that has to do with cake. Maybe it's Sugar by Maroon 5, it's Cake by the Ocean. Maybe it's
How Sweet It Is.
How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You. Right? So one of those songs that everybody's like, yeah, you know, it makes me think of cake, right?
Yeah.
Or something sweet, or, you know.
Right.
So there's a lot of songs that you can pick up a pattern on, and there's a lot to pick from. I think it's good to pick. You know, if I were talking to a DJ, I would say, hey, it's important to just have songs ready in case people don't know what. And I would say if you're getting married, it's good to have a DJ who, even if you don't know what song you want, they might can recommend some songs.
Totally, man. And music is so fluid. It's so hard to make. I used to have a PDF. I don't know if you remember this. I used to have a PDF of song suggestions.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember me sending this?
I remember that.
So
that's good.
I stopped sending that to people like last year.
Yeah.
You know why? Because the second you start, okay, so I had a song suggestion list, and I would say like top first dances or top songs used for father-daughter or whatever it is. And it's so funny because every year there's a large percentage of brides that don't want to be cliche. So as soon as they find out that a lot of people are doing a certain song,
they don't want that song.
They don't want that song anymore.
It's good. So,
you know?
But I would tell anybody, yes, like, you know, your DJ is probably not going to go through and do all the extra love and care of sending you a set of songs. But when it comes to your wedding, think about what you want for your wedding.
Totally.
And understand that as us DJs, these are the things we're thinking about, you know, and any good DJ is going to be considering these things. So,
Absolutely.
You know, and we're always looking to fill in the gaps. So, you know, if we don't know, because we know, hey, like this is for the family walking down the aisle, you know, what song do they want? Sometimes they don't always have all the songs decided, and that's fine. That's okay too. But, you know, if you have something you want, don't ever be afraid to tell your DJ, hey, like, I want this song for this thing. You know, that's what we're here for, is for all those special moments in that special day of your wedding. And we want to get it right. And
Totally.
It's important, you know, like just, and it's one of those things, you know, you want to know. So I think that's why we're talking about the different parts of the wedding that, you know, we typically play songs for.
Totally.
So that way you can make sure you have a special song for all those memorable moments of your day.
So one thing too, like the bridal entrance is so important. But one thing you got to realize, which most of you do know this, but walking down the aisle from the time the doors open to getting down the aisle, it's literally only typically 30 to 45 seconds.
Time feels like it slows down when you're in that moment, but it is not that long. It is quick.
Yeah. So keep that in mind. Like if you choose a song and you want it to be at a certain point that you want it played, tell the DJ, start at 120, start at 1 minute, start at 30 seconds or whatever. You know, whatever it is. A lot of times if you just choose a song where you like the beginning of it, that's usually a great thing to do. Just start the entrance and then you like that typical verse one. By the time you get to the chorus, you're almost getting to the complete picture.
Oh, yes.
You're almost there.
Yes.
The next part of the day is either cocktail hour or straight into dinner. So this portion of the day is, hey, the couple's gonna maybe go do some sunset photos, or maybe the couple's gonna go into a private dining experience before they see everyone else, or maybe they're going ahead and joining. Some couples just want to go ahead and mingle with the guests and not do all the other stuff. Don't take a second to themselves. They just want to immediately go mingle with you guys. So let's talk about this. Sometimes this is an overlooked transition time for DJs, but it doesn't have to just be a transition time where you kind of clock out. DJs should always be engaged in making sure it's an amazing experience for your guest from 30 minutes before ceremony till the second they're walking out of the door later at night. So cocktail hour. Now, when we say cocktail hour, I was talking to my dad the other day, and he was like, cocktail hour, we never talked about cocktail hour growing up, but it doesn't always mean what you think.
It doesn't always mean there have to be drinks for it to be it's just in the timeline of your wedding day, that cocktail hour is that moment where maybe people aren't necessarily eating, but they're not necessarily dancing.
That's right. You might have some hors d'oeuvres, you might drink, there might be a bar that's open, or may not have a bar that's open. But let's talk about some cocktail hour music / dinner music. Now, this is important. If it's cocktail hour, it's just after the ceremony, you want a little more lively music, the volume can be up a little bit more, and you want songs that are This is what I tell brides in my checklist is choose. I say, hey, give me your top 3 to 5 artists for cocktail/dinner. And if they tell me Frank Sinatra, Michael Bublé, that vibe, okay, we're going with more like classy, big band, soulful, that kind of vibe.
That's a vibe right there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You get some classics. Now, if they say Luke Bryan, Jason Aldean, whatever, oh, okay, we're going like more country vibes.
Hey,
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
a vibe too.
Or if they say Olivia Dean, Sabrina Carpenter, Taylor
right.
Swift, we're going real pop culture. So there's a whole vibe.
There's a vibe, yeah. There's a whole vibe. Absolutely.
And I tell people this too. So if you really like a certain type of music, but you know it's not dance music, because obviously we can't dance to a ton of...
there are upbeat, kind of energized songs that aren't necessarily the dance songs.
Exactly.
So.
That's a great place to put it in there. It's cocktail hour and dinner time. So if there's an artist that you guys really love, but it's not like a crowd favorite or great for the dance party, put it in your cocktail or dinner time music. Also, pro tip as well is that a lot of older guests don't like loud music during dinner. People want to talk to each other. They want to talk to each other. So I would say keep it pretty chill. Don't feel like you have to have super high energy. So I just say, hey, give me some artists. The DJ should take care of the rest from there.
Sure.
Okay, so moving on. Then we get some special dances. So then I have on my checklist is the rundown of we need bridal party entrance song, and then we need the bride and groom entrance song. Now, I like 2 separate songs for this. Sometimes it's one song, but the reason why I like 2 songs for this, now a good one for the bridal party that we'd like to suggest, but you can do whatever, is Bring 'Em Out by, what is that, T.I.? Bring 'Em Out, bring 'em out.
We do it all the time. We do that one. We do some others too.
We do some others.
There's a lot of them. But hey, yeah, that's a common one. That's a good example.
And it's good. I feel like the bridal party entrance adds a lot of energy, and then you want a special one just for the bride and groom coming in, typically. Just another specialized thing, like the chorus of something. And then in my checklist, and some people scratch that, they don't want to do a bridal party entrance, that's fine. And then you have your first dances. So your special dances, this is typical. You want your bride and groom first dance, you want your father-daughter, and then your mother-son. Those are your typical 3 special dances during reception. Now, you can change it up however you want to do. Some people do like a full both parents type dance at the same time. Some people do like a grandparents thing where you have your grandfather or grandmother there and you do some dances with them. Some people do what's called an anniversary dance where you get on the dance floor and you call all the married couples there. Bride and groom stay there no matter what. People have been married 5 years or less. Please exit the dance floor. 10 years or less, exit the dance floor. Eventually, you're left with the oldest people standing. Maybe they've been married 46 years, 55 years, 60 years even, really old. If you know that you have some grandparents there that have been married for a really long time, it's a great way to honor them. So anniversary dance is really special. Me and Andrew have seen that a few times. Mm-hmm. It's really cool. Sometimes people get goofy. There's sometimes the bridesmaids have a special dance that's funny, or groomsmen have a silly dance that they do, or something like that people add. But for the most part, it's first dance, father-daughter, mother-son. After
in that order too.
In that order.
Most of the time in that order too.
Most of the time. Yeah. Now,
if you wanted to know what the typical order is, that's the order.
That's the one. And some people just want to be different. That's fine. You can do.
Oh yeah, there's not a set order. We just noticed the common patterns from, like you said, doing so many of these.
Totally.
Yeah. I thought of another one. Forever.
Tell
Chris
me.
Brown.
Forever on the. Oh yeah, that's
another common one. That's really good. It's always a vibe when they
always a vibe.
come out to that one. But yeah.
Totally, man. So then after first dances, typically speaking, it's the cake cutting is next. Mm-hmm. Because they've already had dinner at this point.
Yes.
They do the first dances. You cut your cake, let them mingle for a little bit, and then once it's primed, the volume's raising, boom, we open the dance floor, we're ready to go. So you get your cake cutting song. You want something specific there that you chose. If not, your DJ should be good. Then for dancing, the way at least I organize it for my checklist, is I say, I want 20 of your must plays. Like if there's anything else, It doesn't matter. Just give me your 20. I have to hear this, this, and this song. And I also say, you can also put a link, like a Spotify link, Apple Music link, YouTube link, whatever, of music. If you don't want to type all that out, obviously you can put links in the checklist. But the reason why this is important for your DJ is because there might be a specific, like maybe you have this inside joke and you and your cousin sang All Star, that song when you were like 6th grade at a talent show, and the DJ did not know that. So it's important.
So important.
That you have a must-play playlist and that your DJ knows about that must-play playlist, because not all music is the same and music is so subjective. It's always changing. So like, we go by that. Me and Andrew, I don't know, how many times are you referencing that must-play when you start to do the dance?
Oh, yes. And I'll tell you this too. You don't have to put 1,000 songs. You don't even have to put 100. You don't even have to put 50.
Yes, please. Please do not put more than 50.
Yeah, you don't even have to put 50 songs.
Yeah.
I say this as a DJ, right? Because it's like, we know a lot of songs. But,
yeah.
I mean, sometimes we have people that put so many songs, and that's great. I think if you have a lot of songs, let them know. But if you have certain songs that are just, you want to hear them, like they're super important, I think that's great to make sure to put those down. And I wouldn't be worried about how short the list may be, even just as long as you know, hey, like, I'm letting my DJ know that this is an important song.
Yes.
And, even if it's not on that list of like cake cutting, last dance, the send-off song, the first dance song, it's important to let your DJ know, no matter what the DJ is, who they are that you hired.
Yes.
Those special songs you want to make sure you hear during that night.
Absolutely.
And any DJ is going to fill the gaps and should be able to do it perfectly for you, for your special day.
Absolutely. And some people on my checklist they're not as specific. They're just like, hey, maybe some oldies from 70s and 80s or early 2000 bangers. Okay. Or maybe some hip hop and rap from 2005 to 2015 era. Okay, great. I know kind of
even stuff like that is great. It's very helpful.
Very helpful.
Even just describing the music you want to hear.
Totally.
Even if it's not specific songs, that's good.
Absolutely. So that's a whole thing. And then a few other things, the bouquet toss and the garter toss. Now, garter toss is less popular. Some people are like, hey, we're not doing it. And even bouquet toss, some people are like, hey, we're not doing it. But if you want those, you can put them in there. Then I like to do a last group song and then also a last dance song. And I'll say some people do a private last dance. So when people are going out to do the send-off for you guys, they're gathering their things. And sometimes when they're lighting, if you're doing the hand sparklers, it takes a second to light them. So to kind of make it more intentional, people are doing private last dances, which I like. Do you like the private last dances?
I think the private last dance is really awesome because it's like that first dance, the day you just got married, you just had your kiss, and now you've had this day of just celebration at your reception after this amazing ceremony.
Yeah.
And you're about to head out. And you're about to see all these people send you off, and it's this special moment. And it's so common. We do this a lot for people, and we've even had events where we don't find out until, because they didn't decide they wanted to do it until, hey, actually, we want to do this.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking about doing it, maybe you don't even know if you want to do it. You can even say, hey, DJ, I don't even know if we're going to do this, but we might. And if you've got a certain version of a song, maybe it's the same song, but it's like a different rendition of it or something you want to dance to before you head out, anything like that, or a different song. It doesn't have to be the same song, of course. Yeah. So it's great just to let your DJ know about that as well.
Totally. And then, of course, the last song of the night is the send-off song. Now, oftentimes, bro, you know this, we don't have a speaker blasting outside where they're sending off, but usually the speaker's still inside. So as they're about to go send off, we usually have an intentional send-off song that's like, this is your last song, whether it's Getaway Car by Taylor Swift or it used to be Marry Me, Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars was a popular one.
Or Coldplay, what is it, Full of Stars?
Sky Full of Stars.
Sky Full of Stars. Yeah. Just, a song like that.
Good way to end the night.
Good way to end the night. So yeah, that's a whole checklist. After all those details, your DJ should know exactly what type of music you like, what you want. And then the creative spot of this is how how they interact with your crowd, how they announce things. Do they have smooth transitions? Is there any dead air? How are the lights? How's the overall volume? How's the vibes? How's everything like that? Like all of that is where, the mark between like a good DJ and a great DJ. But, having a checklist is super helpful. So I hope this video has been helpful for you. There's a lot of extra stuff that can be nuanced to this depending on where you are in the world and what traditions you do. But yeah, as far as what we typically do here in Alabama, Tennessee area, southeast of America, this is your typical wedding. Also, let's talk about the dancing part. The dancing part of the night, I don't know about you, Andrew. The dancing part of the night of a wedding is my favorite time. Oh, yeah. It's my favorite time.
As a DJ, I totally agree.
Yeah, bro.
That's the most fun.
Because you get to cut up. Because honestly, ceremony, you're like really on edge. You got to make sure you play the exact songs, the exact time.
Well, I wouldn't tell the bride or groom that, Carson.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It was a lot of pressure.
We want to make sure it's perfect because we know it's special. And everything.
Well, I'm on edge so that it's perfect for you. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So like I'm stressing.
Me too.
And then even before entrances and first dances, I'm also double, triple, quadruple checking. Like,
and then whatever one's the word for 5 times. Exactly. Quintuple. Something like that. Right. Yes.
Yeah, you just always double checking.
Always.
But then when we get to the dance, it's like you can finally let loose and actually just start mixing music. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Which is fun. Read the crowd a little bit. And, you might say, hey, I like, let's just say, Lil Wayne, for example. Like you might have put that in your checklist that you really like this artist or T-Pain or whatever. Based on that, there are other artists that are similar to that. And you start mixing in. And the crowd's like, yes. And that's
and that's a good DJ. I would say, we were talking about mixes and stuff.
Yeah.
And, we've gotten better at our mixing. But also, I think we've gotten better at even reading the crowd. Like, I think it's a special skill that, you want in any DJ. And at any experience, I think any good DJ, even when we started, it was about reading the crowd and just realizing, hey, they want this, they like this. They may like this, or just seeing, kind of what the crowd wants and playing to that.
Totally.
But also, it is also something important you want in the DJ, more than just the mix and the scratch or whatever else that the DJ can do with your music, whether it's, quick transitions. We've done gigs where they're like, we want a new song every minute if we can,
It's like, hey, we got you.
We got you, yeah, like I can do that, yeah, for sure, that's fun. Yeah. I'll take that. But yeah, just having a DJ that knows how to read the crowd is so important. So
absolutely, bro. Come on, good stuff. Yeah. Well, I hope you all have enjoyed this episode. Hope it's been useful to you guys. Let us know in the comments if it has been. And if you'd like us to DJ your wedding, let us know. We'd love to as well. So got some information in the description below. But my name's Carson Bruce, Andrew Brumbeloe, or DJ Andy Brum as he's known. Definitely check out our app, Wedding Day Budget Calculator, help you with your budgets. Also check out our tours of Alabama venue tours all over Central Alabama, expanding to North and South Alabama throughout 2026. So thank you guys for being a part of the channel and for making it this long. So thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.
Every love story deserves the perfect setting. And if you're getting married in Central Alabama, your dream venue might be closer than you think. We've toured and filmed 10 of the most breathtaking and unique wedding venues in the region. And they're all waiting for you on the Wedding Venues official YouTube channel. The search for your dream wedding venue just got a whole lot easier. On the Wedding Venues official YouTube page, you can now explore 10 of the best wedding venues across Central Alabama, from romantic countryside estates to modern spaces full of charm and character. Each video gives you an up-close look at what makes these venues truly unforgettable. So you can see the details, feel the atmosphere, and imagine your perfect day coming to life. The venues span from the heart of Birmingham, Anniston, Munford, Rainbow City, Ohatchee, Albertville, and even up near the Coleman and Vinemont areas. We're so thrilled to see how this channel is helping couples like you find the place where forever begins. This is only the beginning. We are expanding to cover the whole state of Alabama. If you have any amazing venue recommendation that needs to be on our page, please comment and let us know. Visit the Wedding Venue's official YouTube page today and start discovering the venue that feels like home for your wedding day.